Ellie.
And Jesse. And this is Design for Adventure.
We're a married couple figuring out family travel, Disney trips, running races, parenting,
And how to make adventures actually work in real life.
Yes, we travel with our kids.
And still manage to have a good time.
And if you love making memories and want an adventure that fits real life, you're in the right place.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Design for Adventure. We're joined here once again as kind of a follow-along episode to our previous episode with a couple of special guests.
Hi. I'm known as Papa.
And I'm Nana.
And this is Ellie's parents, not our parents. Now, today we're going to kind of continue our trip from last summer where we stopped at running a race in Sanford, Maine, and we continued on up into northern Maine from there. And we're going to talk about one of my favorite places on earth. And we're not talking about Deadwood, South Dakota, or Clark County, Missouri, but Acadia National Park in Maine. And full disclosure, we won't try to make this sound like another tourism episode like we did with the Black Hills of South Dakota.
But this place is beautiful.
It's amazing, and I did spend like 3 months there working at the Jordan Pond House when I was 22 years old or so for a late summer and into fall back then. And had an amazing time, and so happy we got this chance to go back to it. So with that being said, I think we're going to pick up from leaving Sanford and heading north and east.
So for this trip, we had 2 cars. So my parents, you guys had your car, and you had both kids in it.
Yes, we did.
By the way, my car was a GMC Acadia, and I was very happy to go to Acadia.
I forgot about that.
Feels like it's,
Going
homeland.
It came full circle.
Yes.
Yes.
And this part of the trip was my idea.
Yes. So we originally were just going to do the 6 days, but then you were like, well, can we go to Acadia?
Yeah.
I don't think you realized how far Acadia was actually going to be from Sanford, Maine.
I did
Maine
not.
is a big state.
Yes, it's bigger than you think it is. And so rural.
Yes.
Yes. We stayed more on the coastal side as we drove up, but we still were pretty rural in parts.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, so you guys me and Jesse had the car, kid-free car. It was nice.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, it was a fun trip. So I think it was like 4 hours from Sanford, Maine up to Acadia.
Yeah, something like that.
But we made a bunch of stops along the way.
The first one being, and this was special for you, of course, because you had just read a book about this particular fellow. We stopped in Bowdoin, Maine, at the gravesite of Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain, who we have to get our Civil War reference in for this episode. He was a Civil War hero of Little Round Top at Gettysburg, went on to be governor of Maine and president of Bowdoin College at one point also, and then he's buried right there. Won the Medal of Honor also.
So I had to read a book, and I made you read it with me.
Yes, I was very familiar with him to begin with, but This book further enlightened me.
So after having to read his biography and all that, write a paper about it, I was like, oh, well, if we're going to be in Maine, we have to at least stop in one place. So we found his gravesite, and that was pretty fun to see it. You got your little Civil War history in there.
Yep, we got our Civil War reference in there.
Yeah.
The Gettysburg book that kind of made him popular by, it was either Jeff or Michael Shara, was called Killer Angels.
Yes, so Killer Angels. So if you're familiar with that book, he was a prominent person in it.
Yes.
And then the Gettysburg movie, he's very featured, which was based loosely off that book, I think.
Loosely off that book. And if there's any Gettysburg nerds that listen to this, I know it is controversial to say that Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain is the hero of Little Round Top, as there were a couple other guys that were played prominently in that too, but unfortunately died that day. But, he lived a very, very long time and got to write about it, so
that was fun. So you can still find Civil War history in Maine if you would like to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey, you started this when we would travel as a little girl. You always brought history into our travels.
Every trip.
Yes, this was one way. But we also did a little bit more. So not only did we stop at Bowdoin, we also stopped in
Bangor.
Bangor. Oh, Lord.
You gotta leave that in there.
We stopped at Bangor.
Oh, my goodness.
So we made our way up to Bangor.
But there's a few things. One, there's a giant Paul Bunyan statue.
Which interested me. It kind of surprised me because I always affiliated with Paul Bunyan with Minnesota.
Me too.
Yes. Yeah.
But apparently, his story starts in Maine or something. There's some
Something to do with
connection in
Maine.
Maine.
Remember, there was a whole plaque on it. One of us took a picture of that plaque.
Yes, and I have pictures of us all standing in front of it. Our son was like,
What is this?
What
We
is
had a
this?
full explanation on who he was, and
Yeah.
find a book
Yeah.
about that actually for
Yeah.
him.
Should. Yeah.
But yeah, so we stopped there, and then also in that same city that I'm not going to say the name anymore,
Bangor.
Stephen King's house is
Yes,
there.
one of his
His homes is there. So if you are a Stephen King fan, which I am not,
Right.
but you are,
Yeah, I've read
Several.
my favorite.
Yeah.
You know, I've had some great books and some interesting ones. But yeah, it's one of his homes, and it's not open to the public.
no,
But you could drive by it.
I think there was a plaque outside though, because there were more than just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a
Oh,
few
yeah,
other
there
cars
was.
there. Yeah.
And it was really creepy. Do you remember the gate?
Yeah.
Was all dark gothic
And you could tell from all of the books that he's written, he had like
symbols in them.
symbols
Oh,
in
okay.
that.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I
It
also
looked like a place that Stephen King would.
Yeah.
and also, if you're a big Stephen King fan, his book It, Moneypenny. There's even places where he got his ideas of these sewers in that town also. So
yeah, definitely not.
you'd be
Nope.
seeing people drive around looking for that.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, Pennywise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pennywise, the clown.
Yeah.
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 So
no.
creepy.
But yeah, so we stopped there as well, just to bring up the drive. And it was something fun to do, especially the statue. And then, because Jesse had lived on the island, he told us, you need to stop at Walmart before we get on to the island of
In
Acadia.
Ellsworth, yes. So
Yeah.
anybody traveling there that's planning on packing in food, yeah, you need to stop at the Walmart in Ellsworth.
Yes, because there's really not much else other than little tiny
Mom and pop grocery
grocery
stores.
And things are pretty expensive on the island.
Yeah, so we stopped at Walmart. We bought more provisions for the next 4 days.
Yep.
Because we were going to stay in another Airbnb. So
Mhm.
we were going to plan on using that food. So after Walmart, we finally got on to the island, I guess.
Mhm.
Is it Mount Desert Island?
Mount Desert Island, yep.
Yep. So the thing, and we got to our Airbnb.
Which was a very nice house. But I do have one caveat. Whenever you stay with multiple families, get more than one bathroom. Just saying.
Yeah, it was a 4-bedroom house, but only one bathroom.
Yep.
And that, we had 6 people in it.
Yeah.
The one never used it. She's still in diapers.
Yeah, but I can remember one time I think you were showering and my grandson's like, I need to go back.
Yeah.
Just going in, we're going in.
It was a really cute little Airbnb. Everyone had a bathroom. It was in Seal Harbor.
Seal Harbor on kind of the outskirts of town. So it was only maybe a 1.25 mile walk to the Jordan Pond house.
Yeah. So we weren't in Bar Harbor because that was very expensive.
Yes.
But we were far. What, 20
Not too
minutes?
far.
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice, it was a
nice
beautiful
little
drive there.
We were
Yeah.
kind of central located
Mhm.
to other areas of the island to get to. So that was really nice about this location. It was a small town. There wasn't much there, but it was perfect.
Oh, it was
what we
perfect
needed.
for what
It
we
was
needed.
right on
Yeah.
Jordan Pond Road.
Jordan Pond.
Yeah,
Road,
yeah,
In Mount
absolutely.
Desert. It
Yeah.
says Mount Desert.
Mount
Felt like we were right in the park. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
Pretty close.
Feel
Because
like
the
it.
trails were right there.
I think
the
there
carriage
was
trails were right next to
right
us.
across from us.
It
too.
was, and those carriage trails are phenomenal. I can't
Yes.
remember how many miles of them there are, but
Yeah.
there's tons and tons of miles. Is it 400?
I don't know. Maybe it was less than that.
I think that seems like a lot, but there is a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was a great house. So we checked in and we just went for a little hike down the road. We just walked down the road we were on.
And Jesse kept telling us all about, I remember doing this. I walked here and I did there.
Oh, pitch black and
Yeah.
That was an interesting night. Yes. Back then, I'd been at a house party there on that north side of Seal Harbor and decided I wanted to walk back to our dorm house there at Jordan Pond. I thought, it's only a mile. It's not too far. And little did I know it was, I step outside and it's cloudy and there's no stars. There's no moon. I can't see my hand in front of my face, but I knew that if I kept my feet on pavement, I was heading in the right direction. And it was scary, but hey, I made it to my dorm room.
It's dark out there. There's no
Very
light
dark.
pollution. No. Light pollution. out
So
there.
if it's cloudy and the pine trees are so tall that, you can't see anything.
It's
Wow.
pitch black. Keep that in
We
mind.
did find a graveyard that night.
Yes, we did.
Well, it was still light out.
Yeah, it was still
So
nice.
we found a cool graveyard, walked through it, but really the fun thing was next to the graveyard. It was this spongy moss.
Yeah.
And the entire ground was
Covered in
it, and the kids were like bouncing and playing. Our youngest though was like texture, like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah.
Looks like grass, but it doesn't feel like grass.
She was like, this is weird. But yeah, so that was just a nice little walk, and then for the night.
Yep.
Yeah. So day 2 up, we got up and we drove into Bar Harbor. Specifically, I think it's because we wanted to go to the headquarters for Acadia to get the pass.
Get a park pass,
Yep. So we were good to go with that. And then we knew, especially from you, that parking in Bar Harbor can be hard.
Yeah,
so we also wanted to get there early for that. Because we were planning on eating lunch down there.
Yes. Get there early if you're planning on parking and walking around town, which you absolutely should. It's a nice little town. There's tons and tons of shops.
Several streets.
You can walk down to the ocean and play on the beach. There's a rock beach that our kids had tons of fun throwing rocks into. And then we walked along the beach for a little ways also.
There's a couple little parks too to let them play at. There's an art festival going on when we were there that we walked through. But
that was in that the square, the town square.
But definitely kid friendly, I thought. They like ice cream and you want to say no though. Just put some blinders on your kids. There's a lot of ice cream parlors.
And we made sure we stopped at ice cream.
We
We have to stop at ice cream.
We did, but that was after stopping at the brewery.
Yes.
So we found a brewery in downtown Maine.
I think it was Bar Harbor Brewing Company.
It was.
Yeah.
The beer was good.
It was no. I thought the food was better than the beer.
Okay, well,
personally.
Okay,
The
so
food
that's
was
the way
good,
it was.
but the beer was it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we had a really fun morning, just walking around, exploring Bar Harbor, going into the shops. Yeah.
Throwing rocks in the ocean.
Yeah, we did park right on the street, right in the middle of downtown.
Yes.
That's the beauty and why you need to get down there early because you can get on street parking.
We were there like 10 a.m.
If not earlier, maybe 9:30.
Yeah, because we got up early to do that specifically because we knew.
Yeah.
So good tip on that one. But yeah, and then we just left the car and
Walked around.
Beautiful.
And then we went to Thunder Hole.
Yeah, so from there, after we had lunch at the brewing company, we went and drove the loop through the park, and went to Thunder Hole and Sand Beach.
Yeah,
There's a couple other places.
Yeah, and a couple other spots that you'll see. You'll go to when you go to the park headquarters. You can get the map and find places to stop.
Those hikes are pretty well marked too. A lot of them have little pullouts or little parking areas to go to. So if you're not 100% sure, you can pull over and check it out. Because we did that for one random place. We're like, oh, let's try this. And it turned out to be a beautiful view.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the kids, especially if you want to get those kids out.
Yeah.
And the thing about Sand Beach, though, is, I mean, it is a very nice sandy beach. However, the water is cold. Very cold.
Well, it is the Atlantic Ocean.
The North Atlantic.
The North Atlantic.
So I just remember this vividly. You held our young guest and put her feet in the water. And she was not happy. And I have a picture of her giving you the dirtiest look, and then she wouldn't leave my arms for the rest of the day.
Not only, no. It was just, so she was very upset with me for daring to dip her feet into the ocean water. And would not let me hold her for the rest of the time we were at the beach.
Yes.
As soon as we got off of the beach and we were back on the road walking to our car, she asked for me again. So it's like I had regained her trust at that.
She didn't trust you anymore.
Yeah.
But our oldest had fun. Chasing the waves, basically, like chasing him out, and then he would run back in and they'd chase him, like, so going back and forth. He got a little wet, a little sandy. So if you are going there, it is very sandy. Bring towels.
It is called Sand Beach.
So bring towels, prepare for sand to be everywhere, because I'm pretty sure it was all over both our cars after that. But people were swimming in wetsuits.
There were
kids in the water. So you're allowed to swim, and you can swim, obviously. It's an ocean, so beware tides and things like that. But yeah, we were there kind of later in the afternoons. We didn't have enough time. We didn't have time to spend a long time there, but we could have spent more time.
I mean, we could have, but if you're not getting in the water, how much time are you actually going to spend there?
Yeah.
Our son could have spent hours.
Yeah.
You know how he is with sand.
True.
Yes. So, but that was really fun.
We also had a picnic somewhere.
So on that same loop, we stopped
at a picnic area.
Had a picnic.
That's a beautiful area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wooded and just.
I think we all ate leftovers that we had packed from previous days of our trip. And
just trying to clean out the refrigerator.
Yeah, basically.
Exactly.
Clean it up. So yeah, that was a beautiful drive. And that can take quite a while, especially if you stop at all the stops. It can take an entire afternoon, which is what we did. Because we started right after lunch. if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It took several hours.
Mhm.
So,
And then
day 3.
So, day 3, we start out at Cadillac Mountain. Now, Cadillac Mountain is the highest point on the eastern seaboard, definitely in the United States, and I believe it's the highest point on the eastern seaboard all the way down to Brazil. So, it's a pretty cool place, and at certain times of the year, if you watch the sunrise from the top of Cadillac Mountain, you are the first person in the USA to see the sun that morning. So it's a pretty unique place. Now, you do have to have a reservation to get up there.
Yes.
So you need to think about that, what time you want to be there. And it's super easy to do. You just do it online, and then you show when you drive up there, there's a park ranger at the bottom, and you show them your phone that you have a reservation. But it's super worth it. It's awesome up there. It's beautiful. When we were up there, it was a foggy morning, and you could see the sun was up, but the fog was just like receding over the ocean, and you could it was incredible.
For the entire time.
It was breathtakingly beautiful.
it
Yeah.
was.
The
sun
fog.
was up, but it wasn't up that much. It was up.
Yeah, it was
It
up.
was like probably an hour. Sun-
No. We were there at like 9 or 10.
I'd say 9-ish.
9.
Yeah.
We have I have sunrise at 4:48 in the morning. So
We weren't there at 4:40.
No,
We
were not.
certainly were
We
not.
were there at 9. The sun had been up for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Fog was really cool, and you can actually start seeing islands pop up.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
So-
didn't know there was a. I was like,
Oh, there's an island. Yeah, so as you're looking out into the bay to the Atlantic, you'd see these little islands just starting to appear as the fog pulled back, and that was
There's
just
a bridge, and you saw this bridge. You thought it went to nowhere, but then it's like, oh, there's an island there.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, that was really cool. And our son loved it because there's a lot of rocks. So he was rock scrambling. So you have to be careful in this area. There were some signs. There was certain vegetation they didn't want us like walking on, and they would have them pretty well marked. So we stayed off that. We strictly stayed on rocks, and I talked to them about it. But yeah, just let your kids like climb on those rocks. And
Yeah, definitely.
we took a long time up there. I
We
think.
did.
We did.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And, climbing through the rocks. They had neat trails. You were supposed to stick to the trails, but they had neat trails through the rocks and with really cool views. And
It was easy for our 5-year-old to do it he was 4
at the time.
And then our youngest was in a stroller, and you were pushing her mostly, I think, Dad.
yeah, absolutely.
And
Who else would?
Certainly not her parents.
No. But I think the trail was pretty easy for you to push her on too. It was pretty paved.
Mostly. I think we had to take her out a few times.
It was
Yeah.
paid for the most part,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
So super easy little walk around there. I wouldn't even call it a hike. It was a walk. Yeah.
It was like good. It was good.
I'm really glad that you set that up, Jesse, because that really was really pretty and made us get up a little earlier. I think out the door earlier.
Yes.
There's a lot. When you're 6 people, it's a lot to get everyone out.
Yes. Especially with only one bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can take a lot. And then after that, we finally made it up to Jordan Pond.
So Jordan Pond House opens, I believe, at noon, maybe 11:30, something like that for lunch.
Yeah.
Something like that for lunch. But you need to be there early to get a place in line if you want to eat, if you want to actually get a seat. We got there at 10:30.
I think so.
And we weren't even the first people in line.
No.
There were probably 5 folks ahead, if not more.
Oh, there were more.
It was a good
more
line.
because we were almost didn't get a seat.
Was it that busy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were one of the last people to get that
inside seating.
That inside initial first seating.
Well, and it surprised me because now I haven't worked there in like 15 years or so, but when I did work there was significantly more outside seating, so it could accommodate more people, but they seem to have done away with a lot of the outside seating from when I did work there. Yeah, you need to get there early if you want to secure a place for lunch to get in there. And they're famous for their popovers.
That's what they were called.
Yes.
I could not remember what they were called.
Yeah, I remember the world famous popovers.
Yes.
We had to have those if we were going. You had to have a popover.
And
Yes.
have the
That's-
popovers.
Everybody had a popover.
Yeah, like it was
Yes.
just like automatic.
And between that and beer is why I gained 10 pounds that summer. Popovers and beer,
But
yes.
yeah, so you and I, Dad, got in line. And then I think Jesse and Mom, you took the kids to go play down by the Jordan Pond.
Right.
Because there's a nice trail that goes all the way around Jordan Pond, and then there's offshoots of it that will go to, if you're looking straight across the pond, there's the Bubbles, the two little mountains there, and then on the sides it's Penobscot and Pematic, which have nice trails up them also. But yeah, we took the kids down to the pond and let them play, throw rocks in, do a little
throw rocks
hiking.
in the pond.
Yeah.
Oops, we did not throw rocks in the pond.
Yeah, don't throw rocks in the pond.
They have signs.
They were not allowed to go swimming in the pond.
Yes, they're swimming.
We certainly didn't let the kids swim in the pond.
No, they did not swim in the pond.
It was about like a 45-minute wait, I think, that we had. We just, I don't know, we waited and then
goofed off and just had fun.
And then we got our seat.
There were a lot of people riding bikes. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of
Sounds
people.
like a good idea.
Yeah.
People starting the hike off and other people kind of just waiting for their reservation as well to start.
Yep.
So yeah, it worked out. We got our seat inside. We got to enjoy a popover, and I don't know, remember what everybody ate. I think somebody got some lobster.
I did lobster.
Some Bahama lobster. Yeah.
I got lobster bisque.
Oh, I got the mac.
Yeah.
And then somebody forgot my leftovers. I'm looking at Craig. Yeah, Papa. Because Ellie and myself and our grandson decided we were going to hike around Jordan Pond. It's only what?
3.4 miles.
Yeah, 3 point. We're like, we can do it.
Yeah, we can do it. My oldest has hiked that far before.
Yeah.
Like he can totally do this in like the 2 hours that we had
Yeah,
to
we
do
had
it.
2 hours to do it because we had reservations
for bike riding later that day. So, but our youngest still needs a nap.
Right.
And so you didn't really want to hike it.
Yeah.
And I think you were like,
I'm done.
I'm tired. I'll go sit back with our youngest.
That's why you forgot my leftovers.
Yeah.
So we had set up a plan that we were going to go hike around
Jordan Pond.
And you two were going to take our youngest back for a nap, and then you were going to come pick us up before our bike reservation in 2 hours.
Right. We underestimated that.
How long it would take our oldest to hike to 3.4 miles. I had to carry him for half of it, and we were like sprinting at the end.
Well, and it's sort of my fault too, because I forgot how technically challenging that hike is. I thought it was just a simple hike around a pond.
So half of it is.
It started beautifully.
Yeah.
We were like flying, but we're like,
go play.
Yeah, have a great time. And then we're like, oh, we gotta hike. I gotta hop over that because there's water running. Oh, okay, I can do that. Okay, we got you. We can do it.
There was this one time we were like climbing on these rocks on the side of the rocks too, and the water's right there.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to hold our oldest up to not fall in the water and climb across while I'm trying to climb as well. And then
I'm coming up behind going, please don't fall.
And you're probably, I'm trying to make sure you're not falling either because you're just as bad.
I am not.
How many times have you tripped over things in our living room today?
How many times have you?
Not as many.
So that, and then the other, there's like a good like quarter of it that's on these beams.
Yeah.
Now they're very wide, so you're not gonna like fall in or anything.
But they're just the beam.
So you have to walk single file, and they have sections where you actually can step off to the side to let people pass. That's how narrow they are. So our 4-year-old at the time is not a fast walker.
No.
So I'm like, we have to wait, and then finally I think I put him on my back.
Yeah.
Remember? And we did a piggyback ride for probably a good mile.
And then we're letting people go. And then we're letting people go, and then they're taking their time. I'm like, okay, we can't do this anymore. We're just going to have to just power through this rock.
It is a beautiful hike.
Oh, it was
I would do it again, heartbeat, with both kids again. But
just don't do it with the time limit.
Maybe no, especially with a younger child. Like I'm sure 2 adults could have done it in 2 hours. But we had less than 2, but we had a 4-year-old.
Also, the time limit deal, because they have a circle drive there at the pond house, and they do not like passenger vehicles. And you got in trouble for that.
Oh, boy,
they only want tour buses in there, not passenger vehicles.
Yes. But there's the one reason that place is so hard to do. There's not a lot of parking.
There's not. Yeah.
And so it was just hard. So we're just trying to get the kids in and get going.
They're constantly bringing in tour buses also. So that's why it stays busy all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, the parking there was kind of a nightmare.
Yeah. So again, that's another place. Get there early to get a parking spot and just kind of...
And secure a place in line.
line. So go early, get there at 9.
And
get there
spend the
at
day,
10.
because I would have loved to do the bubbles.
Yeah,
and the
there's so
other
much more
section.
hiking to do.
Yeah, like hiking Pematic and Penobscot is awesome. The bubbles I almost died on once, so I'm not as I don't like them as much.
But, you know.
Yeah, things I almost die at really kind of sour my.
Yeah, but it's also it's a well-known trail. It's easy to follow, but there's parts where if you're afraid of heights, it's not going to be good for you.
Oh, okay.
Where like your feet, your
Gotcha.
toes are sticking over the ledge, and it's just like a straight drop down. And
Gotcha.
I didn't like that.
So
Gotcha.
it's not for kids.
No, certainly not for
Okay,
kids.
so no bubbles for no bubbles with the kids.
No.
As a general rule.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would say too, the hike around the pond too, you could definitely do with a hiking backpack.
Yeah.
There was only that one spot that was a little technical, but I think you could still have done it with a hiking backpack
I
on.
think
Yeah.
so.
Right. So from there, after Craig got chased out of the parking lot a couple times, we went to Northeast Harbor to rent bicycles.
Yes.
This was super fun, and this was actually, I'll give you guys credit for this one.
This was our idea.
Yeah, and this was. I have a lot to say about this part of the trip. Yeah, so we mentioned all the carriage trails
Yes.
that are in and around Acadia. It's kind of a unique part of the park of these carriage trails, and they're absolutely beautiful. And they just wind throughout the park, and they're
Well marked.
and they're open for. I don't think any vehicles are allowed
Correct,
on it,
yeah.
right? So they're hiking, walking, running,
Horseback
and
riding.
Yeah.
horseback riding, and biking. So when we decided to do this, we knew there'd be a lot of hills, and we thought, well, the only way we really want to do this is on e-bikes.
Yes.
Our son-in-law, he's kind of a purist. I'm not going to ride an e-bike.
That's cheating.
That is cheating. I stand by that. That's cheating.
We can't have fun on our bike ride. It's work.
It's supposed to be a workout.
It's a workout. It's not fun.
I rode a regular bike and still had a lot of fun.
Yeah, so
He's sweating.
Yeah.
and we should probably point out, so the way we did this is that we had the 4 adults and we had the 2 kids. So we rented also a trailer. I don't know what the name of it.
I don't know, some kind of trailer.
It's a trailer that you put the kids in.
Yeah.
And you decided that you would haul the kids in your bike, and you definitely wanted an e-bike.
Yes,
Hauling those kids. So the 3 of us had e-bikes, and we got everybody loaded up, and they had helmets for us and everything. They were very good. The
Accommodating.
place that we.
Mhm.
So we get on the carriage trail, and I think to Jesse's horror, I think it was like 6 straight miles uphill.
Oh, it didn't bother me.
It bothered me. And I was on an e-bike.
Yeah, you can tell everybody that. We know better.
Yeah, it was fine. I was in the lead most of the time.
Yeah, sure you were, Joe.
Yeah.
It was like we go around a curve and we're like, okay, the hill has certainly got a crest here, and we're going to start going down. No, we go around the curve and it goes up again. Keeps going up and up and up. That was kind of funny. But it was beautiful. It was
a
absolutely
gorgeous bike
beautiful.
ride.
What a
I wish we had
way.
more time,
Yeah.
honestly. That we should have done it in the morning and done it all day.
Yeah.
That would have been fun,
That
yeah.
would have been
Could
great.
have picked like a picnic lunch or
Oh
something.
my
Yeah.
gosh,
somewhere.
absolutely. Because they all had you could have gotten little trailer bags, or even
Yeah.
the trailer had a spot in it for the stuff for the kids.
But what a great way to experience the park
Oh my
and
gosh.
those carriage trails, which are really one of the big gems of Acadia, I think.
I would love to take our bikes up there and just stay at a
Yeah.
hotel, at that Airbnb, and just hop on a trail and just figure it out.
Yeah, because that was probably my favorite thing we did this trip, was that
Those bikes.
carriage trail, the bike, because you got to see so much more than you do hiking,
Yeah.
especially with 2 young kids.
Yeah.
'Cause as we learned, they don't hike fast.
No, they don't.
So, and they're heavy when you have to carry them. So the biking was just such a fun way to see
Yeah.
more, to actually get to the top of those mountains.
Yeah,
because we
that
got
was
to the top of the
Tell
one
me, we got
mountain.
to look out and like, wow.
We were looking over Jordan Pond at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were above it. So it's just so.
So we were probably close to the bubbles.
So if you're,
I don't know.
I'd say if you're going to Acadia, either bring your bikes
Yeah.
or rent them. There's a lot of different companies out there that rent it. It's a very popular thing to do. And
So
yeah,
because we rented ours in
Northeast Harbor.
yeah,
I'm pretty
Northeast
sure.
Harbor,
and
and
there were other places.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
cheaper than in Bar Harbor.
But
too.
as we found out, it's very hilly.
Yes.
Really?
So if you're not accustomed to hills, like we're from Northwest Ohio, which is flat as a pancake.
Yes.
And so we are not used to hills. So, but the e-bike really helped with that.
Yes.
It was so much fun. I would not have been able to pull those kids up in a regular bike, I don't think.
It was a lot of fun, but I think the funniest part was because we had both kids in one little stroller part, and our 4-year-old boy fell asleep towards the end of the bike ride. And his 18-month-old sister thought it was pretty funny to start messing with him.
Yeah.
Now, he is a very deep sleeper. So she is like poking him in the cheek, poking him in the nose and in the ear. She's like
flicking his ear.
Flicking his earlobe. Yeah. And he slept through all of it.
It was so funny. He was asleep for maybe 10 minutes before finally we found a spot to pull over.
Yeah.
And we're like, we should wake him up.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
He was wiped out from
Because
this
she
trip.
was just messing with him, and he couldn't do anything about it.
He was just dead to the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was so funny. He was just comfortable. He was warm.
Must have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Just the bumpy,
lulled into sleep.
Yeah.
It was just too funny. But yeah, running the trailer, running the bikes, that was so much fun.
That was fun.
That was really fun. We go back up there, we're doing that again.
Yeah.
Then we had dinner at a local restaurant
There in Northeast Harbor.
Northeast Harbor.
Yeah.
It was great. They had a little bakery
We had a
next to
bakery
it.
next door, and we got our ice cream.
Ice
again.
cream, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a little candy. I think, we got
I think it's ice
some
cream.
kind of treat.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was basically our trip because the next day we woke up early
Yeah.
because we knew we weren't going to make it all the way back to Virginia from Acadia National
It's a long
Park.
drive.
13 hours or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was just 5 or 6 hours just to get out of Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a deceptively large
It
state.
is.
Yes.
We made it all the way to Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Spent the night in Scranton.
And the Residence Inn and it was great.
Yep.
Let the kids swim. Yeah, some energy from being in the car.
Yep.
And then we made it home after that. But you guys stopped in New York on your way home.
Yes.
Hit another brewery.
That's right.
There
Yep.
you go.
It was the
So-
Freight Yard Brewery. Don't remember what town it was. New York, upstate New York.
Yeah, somewhere in
New York.
Western New York,
Yeah.
and that one was really good.
Yeah,
too.
that was the funny stories. They had a taco truck in the back. Great tacos. They had construction going on in the front, and I asked why, and he goes, "Oh yeah, a car crashed into our brewery one day when we were open."
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, he just crashed right into it.
So they had a big hole.
Yeah, I was like, okay, good to know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
But
nobody
yeah.
was hurt,
That's
but
good.
it was.
But for you guys, if you listened to our podcast before this, that was your 8th brewery in the United
Yes.
States.
Yes.
So you did Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and then New York.
Yes.
Wow,
So-
I can't believe you memorized all that.
Yes.
Well
I'm
done.
impressed. Good job.
I know my geography.
You're good.
So yeah, but that was Acadia was great.
Katie is awesome.
It
Yes.
surprised me how
Everybody
much I
should
liked
go
it.
there. Yeah.
Yes. It
One
was
of the
good
things
for young kids.
one of the interesting things about Acadia, and it was the first time that first time I've been there, first time
Acadia.
Yeah.
I've never been to Acadia.
compared to a lot of other national parks, it's kind of tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Really,
a small-
Acadia is very small.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to do and see there. And he said, remember miles and miles of these carriage trails and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. But when you compare it like to Yellowstone and
Yeah.
which is probably the size of Connecticut,
Yeah.
it's
bigger.
rather small. But that's not a negative. It says you can really discover the whole park in a reasonable trip.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
No, I was just amazed. It was really kid friendly.
Very.
Like Bar Harbor is very kids friendly. A lot of Airbnb choices. There's a couple hotels. They got pricey, but
Yeah.
that's why we didn't stay in one. And yeah, and just like I said, all the hikes that you could do. It's just the water. You could go to the beaches.
Very outdoor friendly.
Yes, outdoor friendly too with
Yeah.
kids. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'd love to go back there.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
For
to
sure.
do another trip, especially when they're older. We can do more hikes with them.
Yeah.
Get some.
They can ride their own
your
bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bikes. The three of them can have regular bikes, and you can have your e-bike.
Okay.
There you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think our youngest would be with me. on
The
that
kids and I will have a regular bike. Yeah.
You and our oldest can have the regular bike.
No, we make the youngest two.
No.
No,
She would throw the tantrum of tantrums when she's tired.
well, I mean, if she's tired, but give it a few years when she can last an entire day.
It's gonna get better.
I'm the one that's home with her all day. It'll get better.
Oh, okay.
We'll work on this.
But yeah, it was a great trip. I'm glad you guys were there again. And that's like how we ended our massive New England trip too. It was a good
Yes.
good
It was a great trip.
It was wonderful.
Really epic.
I highly
Yeah.
recommend
Fun trip.
traveling
to
with
Acadia.
your parents too.
As long as everybody gets along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's-
Bathrooms help.
Yeah. Two.
Two bathrooms.
Two bathrooms.
Yeah.
So as a point to your whole show here, traveling with kids, don't be afraid to bring a set of the in-laws
Yeah.
with you because all the help you can have with kids is
It makes the traveling, yes, there's more logistics, but it does make it easier.
Absolutely. Yep.
It really does make it easier.
Yeah.
There's just more people to entertain them. It's just, they're excited to see
Yes.
grandparents too. And the grandparents will say yes when the parents say no. So
That's right.
sometimes
That's why we
I can
got
say
ice
no.
cream
Yeah.
every night.
And they know that. So they wouldn't even go to us. They just go straight to you.
Oh, I want ice cream. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
so I think it was a wonderful trip. So I think that's something to keep in mind if you're traveling with young kids.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, definitely. Thank you for listening, and definitely schedule a trip to Acadia sometime in the near future.
Yeah, definitely do it. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
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 Thanks so much for listening to Design for Adventure.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you're following the show and leave a quick review. It really helps more families find us.
You can also find us on Instagram at Design for Adventure Pod and Facebook at Design for Adventure.
Until next time, don't be afraid to get out there and have an adventure.